Let's go. That was a really okay. All these endings are freaking me out right now. Well, just the first two so far. Hopefully these ones aren't as freaky. It's dark and spooky in here. Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I'll go in here now. This looks familiar. Wait, this is what I think it is? Button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Hey, I was there, I think.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
This is pretty bad. I saw there was more. Yeah, I guess. Here. Camera.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of
104
an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Ooh, I keep going. Huh. I hear that noise again. Person.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe it couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I am blind.
Here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
5. And what's this? Random little thingies. Ooh. This is neato. Let's turn it on.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Yes.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Whoa.
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated.
Let's go find one.
All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the
2.
ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better.
Where's 4?
My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much.
4? I need to find
You
4.
know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley.
4.
Time doesn't grow on trees.
There's 4. There's
Oh, dear
3.
me. What's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you.
4.
Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save
5.
me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds
5.
until a big
5.
boom and then nothing.
It does nothing. What?
No ending.
5.
Just you being
Ah,
alone.
freak. Oh, there's something else I'm supposed to
Will
do.
you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully?
No, I must turn it
Not a
off.
choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same
9.
to me. All a part of the joke.
Off.
And believe me, I will
Off.
be laughing at every second
No.
of your inevitable
Oh,
life
no.
from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Damn it. I could have sworn that was like the secret to it. Okay. Maybe I should just obey this guy. Huh? Phone?
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
I don't know bother with that. Okay. We're just gonna take the door on the left.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open
Hey.
doors, he entered the door on his left.
I was wondering where you were, buddy. I'm gonna obey you, okay? I'm gonna obey you?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
I don't know if I can actually open doors to get Chris out of the broom closet. And it's like, huh, broom closet. I wonder if
There
there's
was
anything in
nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
there. Ooh, I get to piss off this guy again. Let's do it. Come on.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet
Oh,
FA.
I closed the door. FA? What the hell's FA? Freaking awesomeness.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why?
Because this
Please
is a
offer
sexy
me some
broom.
explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Look at this broom. Look at the details of every fiber of its existence. Look how amazing.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, At least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
A man was
I
trapped in
never
here,
would have
okay?
thought to mention it.
We're just gonna stay in here. And we're gonna chill.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
What? Yes, I'm well aware this story has multiple endings.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the
Oh,
job
no.
because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Hey, can't go wrong with hookers, my friend.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is
Must be
taken
something
care
here.
of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Oh, there's really nothing here? You're just saying all that for nothing? That's all there is to it. I do like the insulting part, though. I'll be here for a few more seconds. I just want to admire this roll of twine. I think it's a roll of twine. Yeah, it is. Alright. Well, I guess there is nothing left to do in here. I guess we should go.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Screw it. I'm going downstairs. This guy pissed me off. I'm going down, 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 all the way to the ground. Any secrets here? No? Okay.
But
Ooh, a
Stanley
car.
just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these
Just give me
rooms
this
were
car.
starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream." Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after
Where's
all.
the car?
And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon.
Ah,
I'll have
there's
to
the
go
car.
back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then
that's
he
why I'm
imagined
flying.
himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.